Hey, how's everybody out there doing? Mike with Me Versus Me. I haven't really published a whole lot of my channel here lately, and I have no idea why not. I just haven't. I do other things. I do the Nordic Wellness thing, which I absolutely love doing. It's fun. But we're going to throw this one on there anyway. I'm going to talk a little bit about most recent things happening, which is going to be twofold. One is phenomenal, and the other one is significant. The phenomenal one, following behind me, is my lovely wife, Kim Lucia Moore, and a brand new 2026 Ford Mustang convertible. She has worked her ass off to be able to get to this level where she can do something like this. And honestly, it's going to still be a stretch for her, which is okay because it'll work out and it'll keep her working. Get her out of bed in the morning. Make her put an extra half hour in before she comes home. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, yep, she's beaming. I'll guarantee you can't see her, but she has just got a smile from ear to ear in that car. She's cruising down the highway. And it's a manual 6-speed transmission convertible. Yeah, she's a beauty. The other thing was I'm going to talk about Donald Trump's 80th birthday yesterday. Donald Trump was our president of the United States of America. I think at my age, I've seen a lot of presidents, and I really think the presidents that I really admired the most was George Bush, the first one, and Ronald Reagan. I thought was a fantastic president. Much prior to that, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the presidents and what was going on, so I can't speak for that. The rest of them, George W. II was fun and a good president, but he was just fun more than anything else. The rest of them sucked until we got Trump in there, and he's made some very significant things. He's not your typical politician, and that's what's really ripping our political arena up right now. They want to stay status quo, and that can't happen. One of the things that makes America different is, if you take a look at it, we're going to be celebrating 250 years of a country. 250 years. Go over to Europe. My wife and I just came back from our anniversary trip in Italy. That's like 250,000 years old. I don't know. Something like that. Look where they are versus where we're at. Nothing against where they're at, because it's beautiful, wonderful, great, good to visit. Wouldn't want to live there, but it's a lot of fun. And but take a look at what America has done in 250 years. The issue that we need to stay on top of is this. Socialism is a cancer that secretly starts growing and nurturing and nibbling away at our frame until it either rears its ugly head and is treated, addressed, or when it does finally rear its head, it's too late to do anything about it. Socialism will never happen, in my opinion, in the United States, because the good old boys and girls aren't going to allow it to happen, because we get it. We understand exactly the downfalls of socialistic society. It cannot sustain itself. Everybody says, oh, this is free in Canada, that's free in Switzerland, that's free in France. Yeah, okay, it's free, but somebody's paying for that. And I don't care what you say, you might be able to get an education for free, but you're still paying for it somewhere. You're not going to get something else because you got that. So keep that in mind. So anyhow, back to Donald Trump. 80th birthday, puts that big open arena outside and had this big, I'm not into the type, I don't know if it's WWF or what it was, but they had great fights. He loved it. First Lady Melania, Mrs. Trump, she sat there looking so beautiful because she is a beautiful woman and she is a beautiful human being. That's probably just as important, if not more important. Kind, loving, has a lot of respect for herself, her husband, her family, and for this country. And that goes, there's not a whole lot of other people that can say that, especially first ladies. She's class act all the way. Donald Trump, yeah, you know what, there's no doubt. I think he staged some things he arranged some things to happen on his birthday. Why the hell not, if you're the President of the United States of America? He got to declare the peace treaty with Iran. I got my thoughts on Iran. I got my thoughts not just on Iran, but on war. I think war is a necessary component of the world. We will always have war at one level extreme or another, and we could not survive without it. And we'll talk about that maybe some other day, but that's the way you look at it. But Donald Trump was in his glory. The anthem was sung the way I always feel it should be sung. It was beautiful. It made the hair stand up on my arms. The flyover was phenomenal. The Blue Angels were fantastic. It was just overall just a really, really, really great experience. And I'm so glad that President Trump was able to do that. My president, I will be hanging flags. I have flags with his name on it that will be proudly displayed. And I'm looking forward to the 250th, I mean. So yeah, Mike Moore, Me Versus Me, out for now, but we'll be back later.